This is going to be a brief introduction to the course and some of the expectations associated with the course. You should watch this in concert with the course tour, which you can find in the syllabus, as well as with a careful examination of the syllabus too. If you have any questions whatsoever about the course and how it's structured, please let me know. I'm always happy to provide personal guidance to you. Okay, the next slide's a little bit goofy, but I've got to do it. Here's a picture of me along with my contact information, just so you can associate a face with the course that you're in. I always start off courses talking about the importance of the syllabus and also the importance of Blackboard, and that's particularly important for an online course like this one. You bear a lot of responsibility for making sure you know what's going on in the course and when those things are due as well, so I just want to make sure that you are totally familiar with how the syllabus is structured and how Blackboard is structured as well. This is why it's really important for you to go back to that syllabus and back to Blackboard and really figure things out. I've listed my full contact information in the syllabus. I'm happy for you to contact me. You can see me during office hours, or you're free to email or call. We can set something up outside of office hours. I am frequently in my office and ready to meet with you. This course is a basic introduction to geography and is structured along what's called a world regional geography approach, where we go from one region of the world to the next. It's a pretty standard way to offer geography in North America. This course also examines the discipline of geography, but really does it by working through the tools that geographers use, social sciences and also geographic information systems, to help us to understand the world. I won't bore you too much with the sort of what is geography stuff, though there is some of that in the first region module. We will also be exploring social science because this is a social science GER course. It's not a natural science course. Make sure you know that before you proceed any further. We'll also talk about global problems and solutions to these problems. The teaching methods I'll use include, of course, these PowerPoint lectures that are posted on YouTube. They're also posted as PDF files, so you can just read them as well. There's a series of ungraded assignments that I suggest that you do to help you familiarize yourself with some of the content we're looking at, and readings from the book. Each region module that you'll be completing as well has an assignment. There are 8 of them over the course of the semester. They'll include one assignment, either a Google Earth assignment or a social science thinking assignment. So that means you have 8 assignments due over the course of the semester. The book for the course is by Tim Marshall. It's called Prisoners of Geography, and it deals a little bit more with the geopolitical aspects of the world than I do in some of the other content in the course. So in some ways, it sort of covers bases that I've missed, and I cover a lot of material that he doesn't in the book. It's a pretty good book, and it's easy to read as well. So there are essentially 3 basic requirements for the course. There are 2 exams, each worth 25%. That's 50% of the total. And then there are a total of 8 assignments, 4 Google Earth assignments and 8 social science thinking assignments. They're each worth 6.25% of the grade. So 25% of your grade comes from the Google Earth assignments and 25% from the social science thinking assignments. Now the first exam takes place in the middle of the 4 region modules, and exam number 2, it takes place at the end of the course and is a non-comprehensive exam, testing you on the last 4 region modules. Now, in addition to this basic structure, there are a lot of academic policies that are found in the syllabus material, and this is the stuff you really need to dig down a little bit into. I'm not going to go over all of it here because you can just read it online. There's a late policy, and my late policy is pretty strict. You're supposed to get things in on the day that they are due, or you don't get a grade for the assignment. So don't put off work, because if you do in this course, once the assignments expire, you can no longer do them. The grading scale in this class is pretty standard. 90 to 100 is an A, 80 to 89 is a B, etc. But you can get a little bit more detailed information about how I grade by looking at the rubrics for each of the assignments, and there's also rubrics for the exam as well. In addition, I'm going to encourage you over the course of the semester to use some sort of electronic calendar so that you don't miss the key deadlines and you don't miss assignments. I strongly recommend using Google Calendar because it's a part of your UA account, and it interfaces pretty well with Blackboard. The other policies include the GES policies, that's Geography and Environmental Studies. This course is being offered by that department, as well as university policies too, and I encourage you to take a look at those. Now, you've probably already taken a little bit of a look at the course, and you've probably looked through the first region module as well. Each of the region modules is structured just as that first one is. You start off with a series of outcomes that I expect you to read before the region module. And also afterwards at the end of the region module, just to make sure you've mastered the basic concepts. The first substantive part of each region module is an exploration, which involves you using Google Earth to explore that particular part of the world, as well as reading a chapter in the book about that region. And sometimes there's also an ungraded assignment associated with the region exploration. The region theme portion of the region module is the main lecture content, and that's where we delve into one particular global issue that's related to that region and the whole world as well. It usually has some sort of ungraded assignments associated with it that you need to complete as you prepare for the examination. And then the last section of every region module includes what I call region solutions. And that's where we explore a little bit about social science and also look at different development solutions to some of the problems that we've talked about. And again, there are sometimes ungraded assignments associated with these lectures as well, particularly the solution lectures. And I encourage you to complete those as you prepare for the exam. And then there's always an assignment associated with each of the region module. Now, on the final slide, I'm going to show you just a breakdown of where we're going. We start with North America and we end with the Pacific Rim. If you need to, you can go back and take a look at the schedule, but you should be able to find the schedule in other places, including in the syllabus. Now, if you have any questions about the course whatsoever and its structure, please let me know. I'm happy to answer your questions. And I'm also happy to make short little videos for people if you don't quite understand some particular part of the course or some particular part of an assignment. So please feel free to contact me.